Hey, greetings and salutations, everybody. Welcome back. Whether you're watching on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, welcome back. So I posted some short videos last night. Super excited. And yeah, I picked up a Pixel 4 XL in 2023. And this video is just kind of tell you guys my thoughts. Why did I go ahead and do that? Because I already have the Pixel 4, which I'm using to record this video right now. And it's very simple why. The Pixel 4 and 4 XL is probably the most googliest phone ever released by Google, and it's actually a special edition, and you'll find out why here in a minute. Yes, all the Pixel phones ever released have they're on the googliness chart. I mean, there's just every one of them pretty much is supported by AI. Every one of them pretty much supports the ability to filter spam calls or have your AI assistant basically answer the calls for you so you're not interrupted from what you're doing. You have, spam messaging block that's it's very good at doing that. It's got, cool features like hold for me, where if you call a business and you're put on hold to wait for a representative, the phone will hold the spot for you, continue on that call, and allow you to leave and do what you need to do within earshot of the device, because when a rep gets on, it will tell the rep that you're coming on to talk at the same time it's alerting you that it's got a live rep on the phone. That is some cool stuff that, makes using your smartphone just that much better. But the Pixel 4 and 4 XL has motion sense. It's a system called Project Sully, which is still in project mode. It's pre-beta. Really what it does is it reciprocates hand gesture air motions and executes those commands on the software pretty much, right? So if you want to change tracks on your music, which is one of the things that's demoed on the 4 XL and the 4, you just wave your hand over when you're listening to Spotify or YouTube Music, and it will change tracks. There's more to it, but again, this is pre-beta software, so there's still tons of development that's needed to make motion sense much better. But the end game goal is to be able to do air commands with a radar sensor that's in the phone. So at that top bezel, the Pixel 4 and 4 XL, there is a radar sensor in there, which is also what's helping the biometric face unlock on the Pixel 4 and 4 XL to be fast. It's not the same type of face unlock that we find on the Pixel 7. The 7 is a two-dimensional biometric, security. So really, it's not 3D mapping your face. Whereas on the Pixel 4 and 4 XL, that radar chip beams that to kind of get a 3D map to know that it's a real face and not a photo in front of it, and then it will unlock. People will say that the Pixel 4 and 4 XL's face unlock is way faster than Apple's Face ID, and I mean it gets the jump on it because the radar detects when your hand is going towards it, so it starts firing up all the engines for the biometric face unlock, which means that the camera starts activating. It recognizes that the hand is close to the phone. It recognizes that the phone's being lifted, and when that happens, it fires the camera to pretty much capture your face. So by the time you even hold your phone up, boom, your phone's unlocked. So that's what makes it faster. It's not technically faster. If you were to take away all the steps that what the radar chip is doing on the Pixel 4 and what's happening on an iPhone, you just strictly boil it down to the camera capturing your face and unlocking for your face, it's pretty much the same. So, but anyways, yeah, the radar chip from Project Sully is what helps make that face unlock faster. So I have the Pixel 4, love using it. Use it from time to time. The only problem with it is that it's got a 2800 milliamp hour battery. So I really can't turn on motion sense and leave it on in case I ever want to demo it to people that talk to me about tech, because it will kill the battery, and it will do that on the 4 XL. But ultimately, these two phones are very googly. That's the reason that I got both, the 4 and now I have the 4 XL. And I got it on a very good deal. Got it for $120, so can't complain. I currently have it right now paired with my Pixel Watch. So after getting it last night, using it, so it hasn't been 24 hours since I used it, but I will make a full in-depth, update review in 2023, maybe in a couple of weeks. One thing that has come to my mind is that I really wish that Google would do something similar to what Samsung and Apple does, right? Apple has the SE, special edition iPhones, and Samsung has the Fan Edition Galaxy devices. And I really wish that Google would do something similar. And if they did decide to, then I really would love for them to start with the Pixel 4 and 4 XL. Now, if you guys want to know what I would do to kind of like modernize the 4 and 4 XL for today, I'm going to be fair with everybody, right? Because me personally, I don't have a problem with the Tensor G2, but some people do. So I want to make this fair. So what I would do to modernize the Pixel 4 and 4 XL for 2023 and beyond, one is I would give a 5,000 milliamp hour battery in the Pixel 4 and a 5,500 milliamp hour battery in the Pixel 4 XL. Reason being is because if you really want to mess with motion sense, you're going to need that battery to be able to make it last. So that's what I would do battery wise. Chipset, I'd probably go with a Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 with the modem of the Snapdragon X65 modem. So that way it gets, support for newer 5G bands and be able to, carrier aggregate and all that other stuff. So that way you get blazing fast speeds when you need them. The cameras I really wouldn't touch. So I wouldn't try to modernize it and put like, the Samsung GN01 camera sensor, the 50 megapixel sensor. I wouldn't put that into the Pixel 4 XL. I'd still stick with the Sony IMX363 and I would still stick with the other camera sensors. I would even not put ultra wide on the Pixel 4 XL. I would actually still keep the telephoto and go with that. Because, right now that's the way it is going to be with photography. I got the 4 XL, which has a pretty good camera sensor, main shooter on the back, and then we got a telephoto lens for very close up and super zoom shots, and then I got my Pixel 7, which has the ultra wide sensor along with the 50 megapixel wide angle camera sensors, right? So, I always rock two phones with me. I always carry two with me. And so why not, I'm really happy to have it. I think it's a solid device. I think that anyone that gives it a shot will actually enjoy it. The only caveat is that if you want this thing to be secure, you're going to have to learn how to basically, update it yourself. It's no longer supported by Google updates, which is one thing I think they should change. I think all Google Pixel phones should continue to get security patch updates, even though they're not going to get the next version of Android. Like, that's totally fine, but keep it secure and just keep loading in security protection by security patches that, come out monthly for Google Pixels. I think they should do that. But you're going to have to do it yourself. And so there's custom ROMs you can find on XDA that can bring this up and even put Android 14 on it as its life ended at Android 13. So anyways, that's just my quick thoughts. As quick as possible. This would have been a 20-minute video. I condensed everything down to about 8 minutes. So thanks for checking out this video. Drop your questions in the comments. Love to hear them on whatever platform you're watching this on, and I'll talk to you on the next one. And as always, law.